and to pray, to have our Bible study, and we're looking forward to what God has for us. It's been a good week already. I think by this next week we'll be able to share a few additional. If somebody is in a position where they're coming to church, reading their Bible, trying to walk with the Lord, all of a sudden when God starts interacting in their life, things such as, boy, that said as far as from the pulpit, but that tells me the Holy Spirit's at work, and I like to hear that. Had another testimony that just about God's blessing and favor over the last couple months and things that have been going on in life, to say, look what God's doing, and answers to prayer and things that we never thought were possible, and just so many things behind the scene, and I rejoice in that. And now as we start tonight, we'll give an update here from the mission field. Haley and his dear wife says, I asked Cindy, that's Mrs. Haley, to title the prayer letter, and I think she nailed it. The past 10 weeks have been like a wild race or a wild ride on a spirited horse, but it's been good. We were sitting in a restaurant in South Africa, eagerly awaiting the arrival of our son-in-law and our daughter. And Cindy and I head back to Botswana, as they're now going full-time missionaries in the Congo. And then their other son, who's been in the U.S., Brock, he's been out of church for a number of years and kind of away from the Lord and the blessing. He's beginning to get back to church and back with the Lord, and that's a good thing. And then he continues to write, we give God the glory for the great things He's done and continues to do in this ministry. Of course, we do our part and work hard, but this is God's doing, and we're stewards of His amazing grace. We've been now in Botswana for 8.5 years, and we couldn't do it without each church. We're humbled by the faithful prayers and support. We're thankful for that fruit abounds to your account. Heaven will yield a great reward, and God is being glorified in His churches. Then we get a bulleted list. It says, oh, where to begin? Here's a list of some things that have happened over the past several weeks. We hosted 2 groups in June. 34 people came from Cross Point Baptist Church. Nervous about hosting this large group, arrived and conducted a weekend camp training for us. We had then our first inaugural youth camp, Baptist Church here in Africa. We have a follow-up camp starting in a week, which August 10th, so that was just this past. A team from our sending church, now let's remember that camp. Guys, we cannot say thank you enough. We cannot say thank you enough. Church plant that was started, Ramatsawawa, I'm not going to pronounce it right, Ramatsawawa. I can't pronounce it, but I can read it. It's there. Our most recent church plant that the church has not yet attracted many adults, but every week we have built a group of deaf children and teens, around 90 or so people. We did not plan or anticipate this opportunity that God has